team in the game. The Oakland Raiders, even though they played against the Jets, Marshawn Lynch, you see him on the jumbo screen, he's dancing and he's having fun again. So, that's a lot to say about him. Kansas City is going to be my choice to continue to be the team to beat in the AFC West.
Now we'll switch over to the NFC and the NFC East. Dallas and Philly, they're 1-1, and Washington's 1-1 too. Giants 0-2, and it's the Giants at the Eagles on Sunday. This is a real must-win for the Giants. Their offensive line issues, it's horrendous the way they're blocking. And then Dallas plays Monday night at Arizona.
The Philadelphia Eagles, they were my dark horse. The Cowboys, I kind of felt like they were young, and this was going to be a sophomore year for their particular offensive players, and it's beginning to show. The Redskins, I think they still are searching to find out who they really are. So I say this about that division, the NFC East. The Eagles, offensively, they're scoring the most points out of that division, and defensively, they are second as far as giving up points.
Man, Tyrone, so I guess with all that, looks like it's going to be a rough outing for my Giants, and I don't think you don't see them coming out of the city of brotherly love with a win on Sunday.
Well, no, I don't. I see basically the Eagles beating the Giants, and basically I think the Arizona Cardinals are going to beat the Cowboys.
See, that's why we call this Poole's Picks, because Tyrone Poole, he knows his stuff. 14-year veteran, two-time Super Bowl champion, former first-round pick out of Fort Valley State, HBCU pride. Tyrone, thanks so much for all the insight on Married to the Game.
Thank you, Rory. It's always an honor, and you guys continue to tune in for Poole's Picks. So I'll see you guys soon.
We'll be back after a word from our sponsors.
Join us Saturday, October 7th for Pink Peach's third annual breast cancer banquet at the Holiday Inn Airport South in College Park, Georgia. This spectacular evening is devoted to raising the awareness of the impact of breast cancer in our community and will celebrate the strength of our survivors. The night includes dinner, music, and prizes from Southwest Airlines, Topgolf, Disney, and more. Attendees will also be treated to an enlightening and informative speech by oncologist Dr. Paul Rocky Williams. Log on to pinkpeaches.org to purchase tickets or to make a donation. And we're both big on taking care of business in our backyard.
Taking care of business.
And working overtime, workout.
Taking care of business.
Well, we're taking care of some golf business now.
Oh, man, that must be boring now.
No.
Come on.
Big business.
Okay, what is it?
The Tour Championship.
Yeah, that's cool.
East Lake Golf Club.
Yeah.
Now take a straight shot down I-20, going east, to exit 61A. So I'm giving you exact
I know, but you're doing a little bit too much.
Now just go a few miles off the exit, and you're right there at East Lake Golf Club. That's Bobby Jones's club, the legendary Bobby Jones. You brought up the Masters earlier. That's his tournament. Bobby Jones, Atlanta native, Georgia Tech, East Lake. It all big business.
And you know what? Sometimes I wonder why you be doing all this talk, but I see how it's connected.
Informative research.
Yeah.
Atlanta traffic's already crazy to begin with, but it's going to be even more hectic on the east side this weekend. This is like the Super Bowl or World Series, NBA Finals, Stanley Cup. It's the crowning championship moment for the 2017 PGA season. You brought up the Masters earlier. You get the green jacket for the Masters, but that's just one tournament. So this is like who's the best golfer for the season. I've been to East Lake twice. Love it.
Boy, this is boring.
No, golf is great.
I'm trying to understand the fun in it. Like
the top 30 players in the world.
Oh, okay.
No scrubs here.
All right.
My homeboy Rory McIlroy. I don't know him personally, but we share the same name, so there we go. He won it last year.
Okay.
2015 champion Jordan Spieth won the British Open earlier this summer. He's the headliner taking the field this year.
What does that mean?
The top dog, headliner.
Oh, I thought it kind of meant like, when somebody headlines a concert?
They're the premier act, right?
They're the premier act.
So he's the premier player. It's the top 30 players. He's just the best of the 30.
But he didn't win last year.
He won in 2015. He won the British Open earlier this summer. Stay with me here.
I got you. You do know I am a casual fan.
Okay, well, there's nothing casual about getting $10 million for winning this event.
Wow.
That's why we need to get Jalen and Micah, our nephews, playing golf so they can win $10 million for 1 year and what they do over a 4-day period.
Nah, I want them to play hockey.
We're talking golf now.
Okay.
Some of the players, marquee guys, Jason Day, Ricky Fowler, Brooks Koepka, won the U.S. Open earlier this year. Justin Thomas, Dustin Johnson, Sergio Garcia, the Spaniard, won the Masters, your favorite tournament with the green jacket. When we watched the Masters, you were going all crazy when Sergio won. Mm-hmm. Now, there's great charities also tied in with the Tour Championship. And during the last decade, more than $20 million have been donated to the Atlanta community, Eastlake community area.
Wow.
Now,
that's impressive.
Eastlake has fallen on some hard times, but things have improved thanks to these charitable donations. The Tour Championship is heavily involved in the Eastlake community.
That's a blessing.
It is. And Danny Shoy is president of the Eastlake Foundation. He explains in detail about this wonderful relationship. Danny Shoy, president of the Eastlake Foundation, thank you so much for joining us today on Married to the Game.
Thank you, Rory, for the opportunity to speak to you.
So I want to dive right into it. The Tour Championship kicks off this weekend, and being the president of the Eastlake Foundation, wanted to get your thoughts on the long-standing relationship that you have and the importance of contributions from the Tour Championship.
So we have been more than fortunate to have a long-standing history with the PGA Tour Championship. It's a wonderful time to be in Eastlake, not just because of the overwhelming amount of philanthropic contribution that's come from this wonderful tournament, but also because of the visibility that it creates for us to share our work with the viewers, certainly spectators who come and watch the tournament live, but also viewers around the world, the millions of viewers around the world that will get to hear more about Eastlake's rich and storied history and also the great work of the foundation in the Eastlake community.
Go into some of the specifics of what the Eastlake Foundation and the Tour Championship, what they work together on.
So the Tour Championship has contributed more than $25 million to support the Eastlake Foundation and the First Tee of Eastlake for the past 18 years. That support will go to support the foundation's work holistically. So our model is to really focus on making communities that were once filled with despair and blighted into vibrant communities. And we're able to do that by working on a model that incorporates mixed income housing, what we call cradle to college education and community wellness, so that all residents that live in that community grow and prosper.
Wonderful. And it's been doing so much over the years. What do you anticipate for the remaining months of 2017 and then looking forward to 2018?
So we are anticipating that the support that will come, the financial support and the visibility that will come from the Tour Championship in 2017 will help us to continue to do our work. We had our inaugural class from our charter school, Drew Charter Senior Academy.
Yes.
82 seniors in the class of 2017 graduated high school. All 82 of them were accepted into college, which is remarkable for us because more than 25 years ago, less than a third of area high school students were able to graduate high school, so that's tremendous. So we're looking ahead to an even more successful 2018 and to being able to repeat that very much needed and worthwhile statistics so that all of our young people graduate high school ready for college and ready for career.
That's beautiful. And so we talked all the business stuff and the contributions and the heartfelt good stories. I'll get you out of here with, on a golf note, how excited are you looking forward to the action this weekend?
I'm very excited. This will be no different than any other year where it will be an exciting tournament to support a great cause. We were able to witness Stuart Sink receive the Payne Stewart Award, which is presented by Southern Company, and Stuart and his wife Lisa have been directly involved in supporting the Eastlake Foundation year over year. So I'm looking forward to seeing great golf And for us, it's bigger than any one golfer because these are all champions who are supporting great work. That is a model for 17 other communities across the country. I should have said that before. Our national organization, Purpose-Built Communities, was formed to replicate this work. And so it's not just about the Eastlake Foundation, but also about Purpose-Built Communities doing this great work to break the intergenerational cycle of poverty all across the country.
Well, Danny, thank you so much for the insight. Best of luck with the Eastlake Foundation. Enjoy the golf. It should be some great weather over at Eastlake Golf Club. And thank you for joining us on Married to the Game.
Thank you so much, Rory.
Now back to the golf action.
I guess, if we have to.
See, golf is, you really have to be out there. I've gone to Eastlake to be at the Tour Championship twice.
Is it like playing Top Golf?
If you want to
golf?
include, no, the top, remember, the best 30 players in the world. So no scrubs here. No guys who are going to be hitting it all over the place.
I'm trying to make it
it's
fun.
It's a beautiful outing. It's a beautiful scenery.
Maybe that's it. I enjoy the nature because I like that.
It's right here in Atlanta, so it boosts the local economy.
All right.
I'm amped about this tournament. Married to the Game golf analyst Gary VanSickle of themorningread.com swings for the green with us about the action this weekend.
We welcome back to the show our official golf analyst, Gary VanSickle of The Morning Read, formerly of Sports Illustrated. Thank you so much for, again, joining us on Married to the Game.
Well, the official golf season's almost over, so we got to kind of, do this one last time, don't we?
This is the swan song, so we're going to go out on top, going out with a bang, man.
No, I think we're going to go out with a whimper, but let's set expectations low.
Well, let's go ahead and get started. It's the Tour Championship. Here in the Atlanta area, we've had some rough weather last week. It was Hurricane Irma, then it got downgraded to a tropical storm, but still it poured a lot of rain. Do you see that affecting the fairway and the greens at Eastlake?
Yeah, probably. I don't know how. I think you got 3 or 4 inches. Anytime a course gets softened by rain, really what it does is it just makes scores lower. If you give these guys soft greens, where they hit the shot into the green, the ball just kind of stops right there. They are going. Doesn't matter what golf course you're on, they are going to light it up and shoot low. I mean, they're just that good.
Right.
And in fact, it even makes driving the tee shot easier because you land it in the fairway and it kind of stops where it lands. Instead of if you've had a drought and it's baked and it's really firm, the shot will land and it'll roll out, and it kind of got a better chance to roll into the rough that way. So soft conditions mean lower scores, and you may or may not identify the best player, but whoever wins is going to have to make a lot of putts. Birdies and eagles are more fun to watch. That's just better TV.
Who's coming into this weekend with the most momentum?
Well, Jordan Spieth has been finishing up there all the time. He's had a couple runner-up finishes. He won the British Open, obviously. It's hard to argue with him. He's had a lot of high finishes. Justin Thomas coming off the PGA, and then he won in Boston also. So he's got a couple wins. Dustin Johnson, Spieth and Dustin Johnson and Jason Day's kind of had a sudden revival here just this last week. So I think those are the guys you're looking at.
Now, Eastlake is one of the marquee venues. I have my own special feelings, but what's your special feelings and thoughts about this place?
I like it. Look, we're spectators in a sense, even though we're media, but I like the old-fashioned golf courses where you can get around the course in a hurry. It's not these modern golf courses, they stretch them out end to end. 1 through 4 go out, there's maybe the 5th hole makes a turn, and then 6 through 9 come back in. They're trying to maximize the real estate so they can build houses all around, as many houses as they can around the golf course.
Yeah.
In the old days, they just built good golf courses. So my point is, you're walking to Eastlake, you're standing, you're walking up the first fairway, and if you stop halfway up, you're right by the second tee, and just to the right of that is the 3rd fairway. So you can actually do a lot of spectating standing in the second tee. You can watch them hit into 1, you can watch them hit the drive off a 3. You go up there, you can cut across the fairway, and hey, you're over on 6 or 7. It's easy to get around. You can cover a lot of holes in short order. It's old style golf, and I like walking the course. You can see a lot of golf. It's not a golf course built around homes. It's cool.
Well, with this being the finale tournament, recap the 2017 season, what's been the signature moment of the year thus far?
It was a great year of majors. I mean, I think anybody would say those were 4 pretty pretty exciting majors. You had Sergio Garcia finally winning a major, and we never thought it would be a Masters if he did win one. And
right.
He won a Masters, so that was amazing.
Yeah.
U.S. Open went to a totally new side of Erin Hills. We didn't know what to expect. Brooks Koepka won, and he could be a superstar in the making. The British Open, where Spieth had the crazy finish, where he hit one, took a penalty drop, hit it, played off the practice range and saved the bogey, and then he promptly went like birdie, birdie, eagle, birdie. I think a lot of people will tell you, I haven't seen any more gripping moments in golf this year than when Jordan Spieth hits that shot over the dune at the British Open. He's got the lead. Looks like he's going to blow the tournament. Mm-hmm. And he's